Good evening, everyone. Today is Thursday. The time here is 7:59 in the evening. Today is Thursday, March 28, 2024. May I remind to all buyers or brokers, don't be rude when I ask lot of questions. I encounter a buyer, a small buyer. His name is Rajab Jinwar from India. We were chatting on WhatsApp and he's asking to send gold in India as a sample. When the gold arrive, he will pay to taste the gold. And I told him that we don't send gold to India. You have not convinced Wilhelmina during my interview. And he accused me a lot of names that I'm cheater, I'm scammer. I don't know how much I scam him. I don't know how I cheat him. And I told him, did you go to school? Do you understand what is the meaning of cheat and scam? Scam means you lied. Your picture, you're hiding your face. You use a fake picture. And suddenly he called me on video call, which our video call is automatic recorded on my laptop and also on my phone. The reason why it's automatic, I've done this because most of the buyers are very abusive and they abuse us. So when you abuse this woman in front of you, who you are, believe me, you are not going to go anywhere. Because all our conversation has been recorded, even in WhatsApp, even on Skype. So if you are a joker buyer, please don't be involved in gold business. If you are just thinking you can get gold because gold is money. India loves gold. Indians are gold lover. But most of the Indian fake buyers or fly-by-night buyers are joker, are very intimidated. When I was in Africa, I met Indians. He is also intimidated. My seller sent this Indian out of the office. He's a very intimidating. He's very forceful. He's very demanding. Gold is not for demanding. Before you travel, you need to show us a copy of your business registration, your importation license, your passport copy, and the proof of fund that you have available money in your bank account. No one will steal your money in the bank. You have to convince us, especially you're talking to Wilhelmina. I'm the one who will scrutinize you before I'm going to advise the head office that I have interviewed this idiot buyer. His name is John Ward. His name is Jibab, whatever his bloody name. His name is Rajab. He did not qualify. I can detect buyer playing games with me. I study the behavior of the buyer. That's why I need to interview the buyer and I need to see the buyer video call. To all buyers, don't be scared with Wilhelmina. If you are a serious buyer, you do your job, be professional, act as a businessman. This is my virtual office. I'm based in Australia. I'm not hiding my face. I'm not. Most of the joker buyers, they're hiding their faces. They're using other picture. Why are you going to hide your face? I don't hide my face. This is me. This is my virtual office. I'm based in Australia. You can travel with Wilhelmina in Africa to get the gold. But you would not travel to Africa unless I'm satisfied. Unless you show me your business registration, importation license, passport copy, and the proof of fund that you have money available in your bank account. Without that, I wouldn't believe it. And his name, Rajab, is asking me to send gold to Dubai, to India. He will taste the gold and then he will pay. You never know he's a criminal. You never know he's a thief. The way I interviewed Rajab, he's a criminal. The way I interviewed Rajab, he's a very nasty person. A real businessman is not a nasty person. Only a fly-by-night buyers are very nasty. Why are you going to be nasty for? You don't need to be nasty. You need to ask a nice question so that you will be given an answer. I was very polite with Rajab Januar. Okay, I'm very polite. I answer his question, but when I reply, he uttered so many bad words. He's not a gentleman. He's a very bad Indian. I know Indians are gold lover. You cannot bring gold in India if you don't have importation license. Yeah, the gold can be seized in the custom. You need to have a license to import. Most of Indians, they are bringing gold to Dubai because Dubai is not very strict. So this Rajab he's an idiot. I'm sorry. Excuse my language. Mhm. You are dealing with this woman that will not buy your nasty. I'm very blunt and I'm very straightforward. But anyway, I'm um, I'm giving you an update of the price today. Just a moment. I'm gonna update the price of gold today. Today is Thursday. Okay. The price of gold today is 2,197.9, which is 70,664.07. This is the world market demand. There's a saying, supply and demand determine the price. Our selling price, LBMA less 8%. But don't panic. I am here to assist you. Don't panic. We can give you a fair price. Just talk to Wilhelmina. Come for conference. Be polite. Now this video is on my YouTube channel and on my Facebook. Be polite. Ask a nice question. Wilhelmina, we are the buyer. Mhm. Wilhelmina, we've been searching for gold for many months, many years. Until now, we haven't find the real supplier. You found the right one. This is my face. Mhm. Wilhelmina is not hiding her face. Most of you, from WhatsApp to Facebook, you're running around and chasing. You cannot chase the gold unless you have the money. You cannot. We are advertising. You saw me on YouTube and you saw Wilhelmina on Facebook. Wilhelmina is advertising. Wilhelmina is telling the world that we are here to do business. Wilhelmina is telling the world that Africa is the main source of gold and diamond, cashews, and so forth. Why Australian mining company is in Africa? Why Chinese are everywhere? The hotel I stayed owned by Chinese. Why they are there? Therefore, they have business. If you're a small fly-by-night business, you would not get the gold. I'm telling you. You go there. You have been offered cheap price. Go for it. Because we don't sell cheap price. There is a value on this gold. Gold is money. Gold is king. Without gold, there would be no jewelry, especially Indian. Indian is a gold lover. Gold Dore bar can make into jewelry, can make into full set, can make into the spare parts of mobile phone, can make into refund into 99.99. So gold has many uses. But you guys have no idea, and then you come to Wilhelmina, you're very abusive, Rajab. Now, I'm putting you on the social media so that you will reform your bad attitude. To all buyers, to all joker broker, don't be don't playing games because this is not for you. If you think you can brokering, this is not for you. Especially if you come to Wilhelmina. Why people come to Wilhelmina? Mhm. There's one guy from South Africa. He was being referred by someone. Talk to Wilhelmina. She's the only person can guide you. Yes, he come to me. This is a South African gentleman. Mhm. He's a very nice guy. And I told him, read first the full corporate offer, go back to your buyer, and your buyer meet the criteria. Yes, we can do business. You know what he said to me? This gentleman from South Africa, the South African gold, you wouldn't get gold in South Africa. Why? They're selling 3%. I know that. Mhm. We're giving you at least 8%. If you convince Wilhelmina, I might give you 13 to 14%. But don't bank on it because you have not convinced Wilhelmina. And also, when I travel to assist you, I do charge my extra service. That is not a scam. That is normal. The gentleman from South Africa, he said that he also charges his buyer. You know how much he charged? 30,000. I only charge you guys to assist you $20,000. In return, I've given you a good deal. Instead of 8%, I might ask the head office to give you 12 to 13% or even 14%. But don't bank on it because you have not convinced me. You need to convince this lady in front of you before you get the very good price. Because I am the one will advise the head office that I have validated you. I'm the one will advise the head office that let us give this buyer a very flexible price. Because I'm going to accompany you. Do not travel without Wilhelmina. Do not. Because I'm telling you, you are going to encounter disaster. Yes, guaranteed. I've been to Africa many times. I always protect my buyer and the seller. I always sit down with my seller. I'm bringing the buyer. Let us service the buyer properly. There are so many problems in the past. My seller lost 24 million, you must remember. Yes, and the seller right now, the Sierra Leone seller, he tried to bring the gold to the border, and his gold is stuck in the border. And this seller asked money. I said, no, I don't send money. Why did you do that? Because the seller says he was being promised. I don't believe that. Don't believe on buyer. Now his gold is stuck on the border from Sierra Leone. And he asked me to rescue. No, I don't rescue you guys. You created your own problem. You solve it. When I was in Mali, I have an issue. I sort it out. When I was in Sierra Leone, I have an issue. I have to sort it out. When I was in Conakry, I have an issue. I have to sort it out. Sort it out. That's the reason why I said to the buyer, do not travel without Wilhelmina, because if there is an issue, no one will sort it out for you. The seller doesn't care. The seller only needs your money. I do care for you. That's the reason why I put everything on my social media. This Indian, idiot Indian, his name is Radhav. An Indian is very difficult to pronounce. So this is our chat. That's why I always warn everyone. Do not play games with Wilhelmina. When you were talking to Wilhelmina, and if you did not meet the criteria, don't be nasty. Just tell me, Wilhelmina, can you help us? Wilhelmina, can you ask your seller? Yeah, I can ask your seller. First of all, you send me a copy of your business registration. Send me a copy of your importation license, passport copy, and the proof of fund bank statement. I will review that. Then that is the time I will assist you properly. Instead of 8%, I will ask my head office, okay, I had validated this buyer. Let's give the buyer 13 to 14%. Whatever the world market, so the price is not fixed. Our selling price is 8%, you must remember. So listen very carefully on this video. And Raj, this is for you. Rajab, you made the biggest mistake being a nasty gentleman. You should not be nasty to this woman because I'm not nasty with you. I interview in the proper way, just like when you apply for a job, you will be interviewed properly in order to get the job. I am interviewing everyone before you're gonna get the gold. If you don't meet the criteria, that is fine. You can go somewhere else, then you're waiting for disaster. Yeah? We don't bring gold to your country as a sample. Money is not a sample. It's not. You need to book your trip to come with Wilhelmina. You taste the gold, assay the gold, what carat, and the purity. Very simple. If you watch this video or you go to my platform, the carats in Africa is 22 plus, which is 23 carats. The purity is 96, 97. You need to read. You need to pay attention and digest it properly. Do not be nasty just like this Indian guy. I just finished having a conference. Now going back to the pricing of gold. Because the price of gold, it fluctuates, change every half an hour. Okay, now it's 2,198.18 per ounce. In dollars term is 70,673.8. Now there is a prediction that I've been reading, Kitco, there is a prediction middle of this year. The price of gold could be 3,500 per ounce in dollars term. Okay, 3,500. Okay, 3,500 per ounce times 32.15. This could be. I don't know if you can afford it. You wouldn't afford it. At the moment, the price of gold is maybe in an hour's time or tomorrow, the price could be 2,500 times 32.15. This could be the price. At the moment, the price is 70,700 plus. So buy now, talk to Wilhelmina. Don't be nasty. I am here to do business and I am here to assist you. You don't need to be nasty. You would not go nowhere if you're very nasty, just like this Rajab from bloody India. He's a very nasty. So I cut off and he didn't qualify. Mhm. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you come for conference with Wilhelmina, our conversation is live because I'm always live. I open 7 days a week. Okay, I'm very workaholic. I work for the seller and the buyer. I am with you, Mr. Buyer, so don't be nasty. Just pay attention. Talk to Wilhelmina in a nice way. Connect me on Skype. Let's have a video call conversation and WhatsApp and YouTube and Facebook. I need to interview you live video call in order for me to analyze your language, in order for me to analyze you whether you are really capable to pay. Because this is not CIF, this is not SBLC, this is FOB. I'm very, very serious and very clear on all of my videos. There is no way you can get cost insurance and freight only. The government would no longer allow seller to let their property take out of the country without full payment. So, Mr. Buyer, if you don't have capital, don't bother to come to Wilhelmina. If you think that you can leverage it, stay away from gold business. If you have a limited cash, put that into your bank account and save it and put that on term deposit, 2% interest a year in gold business. In a bar, you can have a profit of $5,000 a kilo per kilo. And if you increase, guaranteed you will get the profit in a year 85%. You're gonna see how it will mean. How? Well, think about it. You figure out you're a businessman, you should know that. Mhm. The more you increase your order, the more the profit you get. But you're a small timer, a small gold trader, you want to buy 5 kilos, of course you wouldn't get the profit much. Because I'm charging you my extra service to assist you, to accompany you to travel to Africa in order to get the supply properly. If you cannot afford my extra service, I do charge $20,000. It's not scamming. I'm not scamming you. I'm telling you the truth. When you go to the lawyer's office, you're gonna be charged. If you go to the dentist before he remove your teeth, you have to pay. You go to the doctor, there is always a consultation. Wilhelmina, you are consulting Wilhelmina. I'm giving you free information already worth $1 million on social media. But when I travel, it's no longer for free. I have to be honest with you. No one is scamming you. No one. I am here with you. Your money is intact. You go with me. I see the gold. When you like it, you pay for it. If you don't bother. Then you just take a holiday. You really need Wilhelmina because African sellers are very hard to deal with. I'll give you an example. There was a buyer from, I think he was from Pakistan, to 2022. There were 3 of them having a conference with me, one for United Kingdom, one for India, and one for United States. Now, this guy from Pakistan, he knows me. He went to Conakry, and he sent me a text that he is in Conakry, not knowing I was in Conakry at the same time. And he was staying at Nome Hotel. And I was staying at no motel during the time. Mhm. So I was talking to him. I said, he's buying gold. He showed me the contract. And I told him, can I see the contract? He showed me on his phone. And I didn't tell him that he was dealing with my own seller. So when I saw the contract and I told him, okay, go to the office, meet the CEO of this company. So he was dealing with Abraham, but Abraham is not the CEO. He's a broker. Hmm. So he went to the office and he come back to me because we stayed in no motel the same time. He stayed in no motel, I stayed in no motel. And because every time I change my hotel, I stay at I Primus Calum, I stayed at the Nome Hotel because the Nome Hotel is closer to Central Bank. So he returned and he said, well, Amina, it seems that the seller is not a seller. I told him, how do you know? Yeah, I've been to the office. Yeah. And I told this Kakistan, don't you know that you are dealing with my seller? Because I have three different sellers in Conakry. Yeah. And I told him, don't you know that the contract that you sign it is not the CEO? Did you meet the CEO? And he said, yeah. So that was the real CEO. That is not his signature. And he was shocked, this Kakistan. And he returned to Dubai empty-handed. And he asked me, Wilhelmina, can we work together? I said, no. I wouldn't work to anybody. The seller hired Wilhelmina to market it. The seller hired Wilhelmina to tell the world. So you are landed to Wilhelmina. Everybody's landed to Wilhelmina. Everybody. How many times I rejected fly-by-night buyer, a small buyer, and joker broker? Hundreds. They don't like Wilhelmina. Well, if you don't like me, that's fine. I did not ask you for food. Mm-hmm. Just be nasty because I'm telling you, I will blog you instead on my platform, just like Jihab. Mm-hmm. I was being blogged that I'm a scammer. I don't know. The more you blog me, the more the buyer will say, if Wilhelmina is a scammer, why Wilhelmina is on YouTube channel? Why Wilhelmina is on Facebook platform? I am here to educate. I am here to stop fly-by-night buyers. I am here to stop joker broker. If you are joker broker, you come to Wilhelmina. We can do business. As long as your buyer send a letter of interest, because that LOI will signify that the buyer is real. Without LOI, LOI stand for letter of interest to purchase coming from the buyer, not coming from the joker broker cut and paste. I wouldn't entertain it. Why? That LOI, I will review that. That LOI will state that the company name, who is the signatory, what is the email and the telephone, and that LOI will the buyer has to state, "Dear Wilhelmina, we are the buyer. We are looking for gold for many months and please assist us. We want 22 carats. We want the purity of the gold 66 or some 96, 97. We are going to bring the gold to United States, or we are going to ship the gold to Dubai, or we are going to ship to Hong Kong, or we're going to ship it to Switzerland, something like that." So you need to specify, because if you don't specify, your LOI would be on the wheel bin, especially the mode of payment is not CIF, cost, insurance, and freight only. You have to pay for it. You need to travel, meet the head office, meet the CEO, build your credential, build your business relationship. Then we believe that you are a buyer. If you don't build your credential, especially if I'm interviewing you and you didn't meet the criteria, right under you are going to be rejected. And when I rejected you, don't be nasty because I'm going to fight back to you. It will bounce back to you. It's better to be nice with this woman. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening. I will update again. I have to see again the price of gold. Oh, The gold is 2,200. Oh my gosh. 70,500, 70,720. My gosh. Remember on my previous video, I warned everyone that please bank now. I think I warned everyone 2022 because I always read information about gold. I always read it because I am a current event woman. Knowledge is very powerful. I share the knowledge, you are a winner. I'm not sharing the secret, I am sharing the truth. Now, the price of gold today, 70,720.56. And if you are asking, just like this bloody Indian, send gold to him, a sample, to taste. That's the time he paid. This is money you're buying. We don't give sample, even banana. You cannot ask banana for sample. You have to pay for it on the counter. This gold business is real business. This Rajab, Rajab, you feel sorry for yourself. You're very nasty to Alamina. Now, the price of gold, my goodness, by ups and down. So don't bank on it because the price of gold ups and down. Keep watching the gold world market. Keep watching. Because the price of gold, it fluctuates. Wilhelmina is not in control. I'm just sharing you the price of gold, but don't worry. Talk to Wilhelmina. You still get the profit. I will make you rich if you're honest person. I will make you rich because I am going to renegotiate the price on your behalf because you are paying my extra service to travel. We have tons of gold. Come to my platform on Facebook. Read it. Don't be nasty if you're a buyer watching me on my YouTube channel. Don't be nasty. Don't. Be nice because I am here to assist you. I am here to help you. I am here to make you money. Let's make money. Well, Amina is helping you to make money. Right. But when I travel, and when I travel to Africa, it's not for free. In spite, I'm going to give you very good price. In return, at the end of the day, you're a winner. Our selling price, you must remember, less 8%, whatever the world market. I hope you understand this. So don't muck around with this woman because you are going to bounce back. There's so many joker broker hates my guts. I don't care. If joker broker hates my guts, that is their problem. That's not my problem. My problem is to assist the real buyer. The problem is you wouldn't get the gold if you are not qualified. That is the problem. But if you're qualified, there would be no problem. You are a winner at the end of the day. You're going to be thankful to Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina, thank you for assisting us. Good night and a pleasant good evening. Good morning to you guys and good evening here. The time here again is 8:27, March 28, 2024.